Hey traders, this is Taylor with Top Pick Trading. I want to give you guys a chart review today, and pretty much looked like a range day. At first, we kind of broke out the lows of the overnight, pushed back up right to the close of yesterday, then we sold off really strongly. So it ended up almost being more like two legs down. But for most of the day up until about noon, looked more like a range day. So let's get started on the review. Not many trades today. So yeah, we through the overnight we had this little range here, strong push down, break a new low, came back up, had this really strong downtrend, and then 8 o'clock came right around in this area. We had this really strong push up here. You may get a new low on this, but this move up here is so strong that we're going to want a probably a failed second entry. You can see here we had a second entry, but after these two strong bullish bars, no way to take that in my opinion. We came down, we got this lower high, but it moved really far to consider that a lower high, so I wouldn't take that. We pushed up, got a big uptrend with a break and new high. Just swinging on both sides of the EMA. Not really sure what's happening, so we push down again. We get a second entry way up here with a bad bar, push down again, looking for potential retest on this downtrend and the bigger downtrend as well. So we push down into this area here. We get a lower high, but once again a bad bar. We get technically a failure, but too far away with a bad bar. We just end up kind of chopping sideways. We get like a third entry here. Fortunately not a second entry, and the downtrend had played out. And this range really wasn't all that established yet. It looked more like this at the time. But anyway, we push down. We get a lower high here, but it closes way too low. Push back up into the EMA, come down again. We get a, once again, like a third entry here. First entry, second entry, third entry. It's an inside bar. Second bounce at this area. There is some support in here, but so close to the EMA, and it's an inside bar, so I don't like that. We get a failed second entry short here. This one's pretty tempting, but it looks like the uptrend's played out. It looks kind of like we're ranging here. And so for those reasons, I'm not as eager to take this one. If you wanted to be aggressive, you could take this as a failure and it bounce at this support. Got just enough room probably to this high. Yeah, 2 points. So if you wanted to be a little aggressive, maybe you take that one as like a failed second entry, or even just if you counted this as a double bottom, maybe a higher low. It's a good bar with a good setup bar. That one's a maybe. Push up to this new high, this same area here. You could see this as a second entry short if you counted this as a double bottom here. So this one's also kind of tempting, but a little congested and not all that much room to the EMA. And we just bounced at the EMA, so maybe if you're aggressive once again, you consider that, but I'm not going to mark that one. Push down. We got a higher low here, but this downtrend was pretty strong right here, so probably expecting that you could retest. So not as eager about that one. Once again, not a lot of room to the EMA after a strong push below it. So we get a second entry here, but congested. Kind of just no man's land in this area, in my opinion. So nothing here that I like. So some good bars, but it's just not all that clear to me what's happening. This short right here is right into this support area, so ain't congested, so I don't like that one. Get another first entry here. No setup, drops to a new low. Comes back, no setup, no bar in our favor. Push strongly now. This is the overnight low area. We get a break. Unfortunately, it's, we get the new low here and then just a first entry, so no setup once again. We get a couple legs down. If you want to pick a low, there's one right there, but it's a third entry, and I'm not taking that. So pushes up above the EMA. Get a break and new high. Then we get a second entry, terrible bar. Uptrend's played out right into the overnight lows. Come back again, and then we get this higher low. Also technically second entry, but look how close into the highs that is. This uptrend is played out, so I just don't. It's a good setup bar and a good signal bar, but I just don't see a case to take that into the high, in my opinion. Push up again. Now we get a failed second entry short here, but look how sideways it gets before it triggers, so no setup. Pushes higher. Just chops higher, way away from the EMA, nothing through here, and we get a second entry right here, but too far from the EMA. Get a third entry with no bar. So no setups through here again. Now we have the 2 legs of correction with a little fail break lower, but and it is 2 legs down, but problem is you got this downtrend. It maybe has a break and new low, but once again, right into that support level and near the EMA. That's a tough one. And here we get a higher low into possible resistance. The main resistance could be seen as right here. Problem is, even on the higher low, and this also is a second entry, you get an inside bar after. So by the time that formed, I don't think you want to take it, so you got to wait again. We get a failed second entry and a second entry long that doesn't trigger right here. Get another inside bar, and now we're just stacked sideways. Fell sideways, that is. So EMA still holding right here, but we broke below here. So I don't think you want to take this trade either. Pushes up to a new high, turns right at that close from yesterday, turns down. No setup through here so far from the EMA. And we're looking for a second entry, so we get one right here. Unfortunately, bad bar again, a little ways from the EMA. So no setup, we get the new low. And here, we've got a triple bottom, and we get a second entry short and also a triple test of the highs, really a quadruple. We tested it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I like this trade a lot. It's a lower high, second entry short, quadruple test. You can get in that one. It's good. It triggered really quickly and dropped. It didn't really give you much of a chance. You had to enter on a stop really fast. But I do like that trade a lot. Relatively low risk too. 6 ticks, size of the bar. So that trade's pretty good. Drops down to the lows. Nothing through here. Then we get double bottom here, so just a first entry with an inside bar. And we get a second entry here, but closes way too low. Drops really quickly. We start from this downtrend. We kind of turn into a little spike in channel. Everything's so far from the EMA. Once again, I don't like anything through there. You do get a second entry here, but so far right to the lows. Same thing here, right to the lows. Chops lower, pushes above the EMA, and you get the retest here, and you get a lower high. It moved kind of far. You may consider this one. I'll mark this one green. Would have preferred this to form completely below the EMA, but there's not many setups forming in the right location. So if you want to be a little aggressive, you can take that one probably. 11 ticks with a stop entry. Pushes down, chops lower, second entry short. Same thing as earlier, like right here and right here. Just forms so low, not much room to the lows. A little sideways. So I didn't mark that. Here you just get a first entry. Just keeps chopping lower. We got a break a new low from this turquoise colored channel now. Pushes up above the EMA, back down, no setup, and then you get the second entry, but it's after 330 and kind of a little bit in no man's land, plus this downtrend right here has played out. So really not many setups today. Couple aggressive ones like this one and this one, then the one obvious short that's really nice there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check out our course on our website if you're interested in learning more about price action, topictrading.com. Probably heard me say it, but it's taught by our mentor Eric, who's a moderator on Mack's forum. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Let us know if you have any questions. We have a forum as well to answer any questions prior to the purchase of the course or any questions about the course itself. So thanks guys, and have a good evening.